Morning, folks. This is Anne Marie. Today is September the 23rd. It is a Monday, and this is a look at SPY. Things getting a little crowded here. Numbers, levels, pivots, hard to sort through, but let's take a look at it from a super simple perspective. We are measuring this large wave of retracement. It's up past 127.2. We have a gap at 170. This move up here puts us right at the midline between 127.2 and 138.2, and we lost the 50 on the hourly. Those are the key things to think about right here. We need to recapture this quite quickly. Pre-markets are up a little bit across the pond. We've got some stuff that's being viewed quite positively over there. Merkel has been reelected, and I guess in general things look pretty good for them today across the pond. What we want to see is, can we get out of this mess? Listen, between this 171.90 and 171, we have a high degree of likelihood that we reverse. Why? We're sitting under the 30, sitting under the 10, sitting under the VWAPs, the weekly VWAP for sure. And so we want to pay attention to what it is that's going on here. Chances are we are going to come down. This gap does need to get filled. The gap fill event is about 169. But if we do hold it, we also have a gap to the north. And that one's above 172.33. Again, this is motive wave, nice drag and drop events for our price points. Help us see where it is that we're at. This is the last week for the complimentary SPY upgrade, so make sure you use it as best you can and let it work for you. Okay, so what's the key element here? Can we hold the levels up above? If we lose 170.61, we've got shorting action. Technical indicators below showing us a little bit of weakness. So we'll need to figure out what's going on right there. 170.64 gives us 170.04 and then 169.29. The breach up, you know what? Honest to goodness, I can't see unless you aggressively take it off this 171.20 level and trade it into 171.70 very quickly to see if it holds. That would be intraday, probably not last very long. That might be a good trade, but if you're looking for something that trends, you'll need to get above this 171.90-ish area for sure. All right, let's take a look at the Qs. Oops, no. Let's look at the IWM. All right, the IWM didn't look quite so negative as SPY. It did have a small gap up and then rotated down all day. It is holding this 106.50 area. It's above its VWAPs, and so as it bounces, it just needs to really pay attention to probably a little bit up over the prior day's pivot, Friday's pivot, up above 107.20. That should help us see somewhere around 107.60, and then we'll use that line in the sand there as the breakdown. 106.56. There we go. Now, we do have some support at 106.38. Got to watch out for that. I would say that's probably it for us. If we lose this 106.30-ish level, we should stair step down into 105.78 and 105.18, eventually making our way down to the monthly VWAP. However, things look like they're going to hold, and so we're going to imagine that just so long as we keep above 107, you know what, we need to move it up, 107.28 or below 106.56, we've got good trending activity. You'll need to be on a much smaller time frame if you want to make money in between those two levels. Otherwise, I would just leave it alone. Qs. This one looks a lot more like the SPY, but still not as weak because it is holding the 50, it is holding its weekly VWAP, it is holding its 30. The bounce action here, 179.71, still that big high we need to pay attention to. And this level here, I surmise as pretty important, right? I do. This 78.73 area, it could come down, bounce off of that region. That would make for a very nice S-curve and a move back to the upside. Where's the trade? You know what? Probably need to get out and over 79.33. That ought to give us a good move to the upside, retest the prior high. If we do lose the low of the prior day, 78.72 to 78.59 seem like the most likely events. Yeah, I think that is playing around in here. You know, it's interesting. The markets are barreling forward, but they don't feel right, and that's just me. So probably the best thing that I'm going to do for myself, most assuredly, there's no probably about it, I'll be trading level to level, and that's going to be the best bet for me. I'll be watching on a much closer time frame, the 15-minute, to see how it holds its measures. Always looking back to the hour and the half hour to make sure that my formations are in line with the bigger scales. All right, good luck trading today.